Call the meeting to order. He's working the Christmas lights at the park. We'll look for approval of the minutes after y'all get done reading. Y'all just let me know when you want to make a move on.
Make a motion to approve the minutes. I second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. I do have one question on the financial report. Has all the building cleared now?
I don't think so. Anything I wrote after, see, that's November 1st, it's not included.
Okay.
Because I haven't got the November financial report yet.
Okay.
For statements. So that'd be October, so it's not clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering. I just saw that number.
Yeah.
Was
I wish
wondering if we was expecting a big hit out of that or not.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the financial report.
All right. Got moves on the floor in a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Fire department report.
Good evening, Council Mayor. Be very brief. First and foremost, we are very appreciative for the town's commitment to helping us purchase that engine out there. It was finally delivered last night in the cold rain. It's out here in the bay for y'all to go look at once the meeting concludes, to kind of look over. Something to be proud of. We're very excited in the fire department. We were able to sell that old yellow engine. Unfortunately, the highest price we could get was $1,500, but that is actually going to help us. So far, we've bought a hired hand natural gas heater for that building up there. So it's actually, going to help us, get things taken care of in that building. Now that y'all got the primary base and everything set up for us, we can just start adding to it. But we do have heat coming. Natural gas will be ran next week, according to what County Utilities told me today. Responses, we're still making responses. We're probably averaging 2 a day. Depends on how many Cleveland Fire Department's not able to answer. It could be up to 3. We've got several new members. They're young, they're eager, they're ready to get in here and get excited. They have a mechanic capability, so they're helping us keep the trucks up and running. Other than that, I'm open to any questions that you might have concerning my report.
The status of the other truck is what again?
Which?
The other good truck?
Oh, the other good truck? I mean, it's still able to be used as a backup. It was just older, and the council and the mayor can attest that we had a catastrophic failure several years ago during the pump test, and there's always that chance chance that it could go down again, because the repair was done by EEP in Birmingham, and they said that, you know, they couldn't guarantee how long the repair would last.
Give you a little backstory in that. It was at Brindley Mountain when they were doing the pump test when it came apart. And they quoted us nearly $60,000 to fix it. And it seemed like they were trying to push us into selling us another truck. And I told them to put it back together, and we wouldn't trade the truck in. I went up there and got it. And then they found that bunch out of Birmingham that fixed it for not that, like, you know, those parts were out of date. So that's what they were going to have to make the parts for it, and that's what it cost so much. So they done it in a way that we could use it, but not like it was manufactured from the factory. Correct?
That is correct. It's put together and it works, but again, they said that they couldn't really warranty the work because the parts were so obsolete for the pumps.
But it was a difference in what, like 4,000, 65,000 or something like that. I don't know those numbers, but it was around 60,000, whatever it was.
But within the last year, we've ran a house fire that I talked about a couple of meetings ago that it pumped like a champ up there on that fire. It's pumped on several woods fires. It's doing some good. It's just getting its age on it. So, you know, we didn't have the money to replace the engine entirely. So that's why we had to rely on y'all to help us to get something a little newer, something a little bit more reliable. Because in the fire service, we refer to those type pumps as ticking time bombs because it could just go at any moment. And I would hate for it to go on a actual scene where we were fighting a house fire because the public will definitely not let you out of the ringer after that.
No.
It's got a oil leak too. I guess it's looks like maybe a main seal or something. It's got a pretty good oil leak, so they're gonna try to get it looked at once they get this other truck up and get it in service and have it for a pretty good backup there. 'Cause it's a nice truck.
Yeah, the truck that's out there. Both trucks are still decent trucks. The truck that y'all just recently helped us get is fantastic. Once you go out there and see it, you'll see it for yourself. It's a very nice truck. And it will last Rosa fire way past mine and Jeff's time here.
Good deal. Thank you.
So,
All right, made a motion on the fire
I
department.
make a motion to accept fire report.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Yeah.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, standing committees. On standing committees, on the A, it was the recommendations for them to travel to North Carolina, check out the fire truck is for sale. To be sure that is what they're looking for. It is a good replacement. Hometown Bank has offered to finance the truck with Rosa Town CDs as collateral, with payment up to $750. So obviously that went through. Me and Jeff went to the bank, and I ended up redoing this. The CD was up, so I went ahead and done it while I was over there. And what they end up? Was it 3% something?
3%, and it made the payments like $631.59.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
good. At
And it's-
3%?
Yes,
yeah,
Wow,
It's
that's,
it was 3 point. I don't think you ended up with that
you did some
paperwork.
smooth talking.
I think all I ended up with was what our CD was, but that CD that I reviewed was $43,207.33, and I redone it for 60 months, which I had to do it for 60 months because that's how long they borrowed the money for. But while they've got the money borrowed against it, it'll draw 1.75% interest. And and I did ask her, you know, if we locked into 60 months on that, and she said, no, as soon as the loan was secured, was paid, that I could go in and renegotiate it, and if whatever interest was bringing at that time, it may be more, maybe less, but, so.
It's even better.
Yeah, cause they got a low interest and we're still getting, so
Yeah,
that worked out, that was okay.
yeah, it worked out.
You know, when something's right, it's right.
And I'm gonna give you the paperwork on the CD, so you can file it. And, we've got one more CD over there, I think it's 18,000 or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up for a few years though, I did ask her.
And how much was that one?
It was 40.
43,207.33. All right, so we got that one took care of. Thank y'all for your support on that. I know the fire department sure appreciates it.
More than you can imagine.
And if your house catches on fire, somebody here would just run for the shelter, you know. I know they've been up to when mom and dad's house got on fire. Saved it. Kept it
So
from
we,
burning.
discussed the invoice on Bright Road, at the last council meeting. This morning, I rode over it not long after that, and I've been to Judith's house like 3 times since then, but, we met with me and Jack met with road commissioner, 7 o'clock this morning. We went over all the roads in Rosa
Really?
and, identified, you know, some that need immediate attention and some that, you know, maybe can wait a little longer, because it's been quite some time since we've done a big road project. I guess RC was in office was the last time that we paved a good many of them.
Well, they did the Bright Drive, but all they did was they were supposed to come back and put something else on it, and it's like mud already again. It's already got holes in it, because they didn't come back and do what they said they were gonna do.
Right.
I mean, they were gonna do some kind of copy on it, and they gave them the price of 10,000. Y'all approved it, but yet they didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
They just never got around to it.
They said they couldn't because it was getting near winter, but there was other places they were blacktopping and
It
stuff.
was just gone. But, it just went to waste. I mean, after they got it, they put what's it called, chert down? They put the brown stuff down, okay? And they were gonna come back and put some tar and gravel on it, and never did it, so.
Right.
It was a waste of money.
So, what we discussed with Nick this morning is he's supposed to be getting us some more prices. Cause I felt like the price they quoted us was, an inflated price.
Okay. Yeah.
And, I just, you know, I mean, not a lot inflated, but inflated some.
I held Nick while Jason did it.
Oh, really? Okay, sweet.
So we look, Bryant Drive is gonna be was the number 1 road on the list, because as me and Jack talked this morning, that's probably the most traveled road in the city. It's got the most, I mean, of course, Ebell is too, but Ebell's in pretty good shape, but
Yeah,
Ebell and Bryant Road are the 2 kind of main thoroughfares through
you're right.
the town, and the rest are just kind of side roads, so.
Right.
Our focus is gonna be on Bryant Road to begin with.
Okay.
That'll be the first road that we've identified to do when Nick gets back with us. And I don't know when they'll, you know, depending on, we'll probably, he's supposed to be getting me those prices, so hopefully by our January meeting, we'll have those, and we can, you know, we can approve them or decide what we want to do. And they can start moving forward. You know, what they'll do is they've got a reclamation machine. They'll run that it's like a big tiller,
Yeah.
and it'll take all
that.
that asphalt and tar and gravel that's there now, and it'll mix it with the chert and make a new base, and then they'll work it up, and then they'll roll it back down and let it set, and then when they start paving, you know, in the summertime, and they're gonna change the pipes out.
Well, here's the thing about those potholes. It slows some people down.
We county signs. Did you find that top at my, where my
I did.
property was?
I did, yeah.
I found that lives in the little White House up there, I don't know if y'all noticed, he took his orange paint can on every pothole in Piggy Lane. Y'all notice? That's the guy that comes for the weekends, it's his country house.
Yeah,
Does anybody know him?
yeah, Troy Rowan.
I don't know him, you know him, but he comes for his country house and we had Thanksgiving there, but he had taken his little orange paint can and painted every one of those potholes. And my husband noticed it and he said, I was like, well, you know, we're doing the best we can, we're working on it. You know?
The Peggy Ann Lane was another road that we went across today, and we're not gonna do the whole thing, but we're gonna do sections. Those worst sections, because there's a place right, you come off the road going up the hill that needs to be fixed, and then there's right on up, there's another place. And then right up there in front of his house, there's another.
One time in East, then we
spot.
discussed closing it again, or closing part of it.
Right.
You don't remember that?
Yeah,
You did say we could, you know,
I talked
we couldn't keep it up, we could close it, cause
talked to Wayman about it, and
you just can't.
it's easier to burn the building than it is to close the road.
Yeah, you gotta hold it public. You gotta hold it public. Y'all trying to get me thrown out of the office first one.
The power
That's what
company
he said years ago.
has
One time,
We did do something big in Lane one time.
Yeah,
I was,
Yeah, well, we paid it one
oh
time.
yeah, there was, where they put the rock where it was washing down.
Right. The second road is the road around the cemetery.
oh, yeah.
It's all in pieces.
Oh, that's awful.
So I think we identified this morning that those are the two roads that we're gonna try to fully resurface come spring, or, you know, early summer, let them go ahead and reclaim them and get them ready to go. And then, we went and looked at Nelson Drive, and they're gonna do a little work to it, especially up there around where those big potholes are, where the water's sitting in the road. They're gonna do something out there to fix that, right there toward the end of it, and then probably gonna do a little more on that hillside. But it's in pretty good shape up till those houses up there. It's in a lot better shape than it's been in the past. So all that work we done, clearing those banks off and putting those ditches in, really helped. But a lot of things, the problem on that road is there's a lot of those houses don't have any driveway pipes, and that water runs right down the road. Davis Lane, we figured out that it's in the county altogether.
The whole thing?
The whole thing's in the county. The right side of the road that Sherry lives on is in the town, but the road and the left side where Glover's and on up through there is in the county. It's not in town limits.
Already.
But we did ride the commissioner across there this morning, and he's looked at it, and they're gonna.
Yeah,
And this
he
guy's-
made some notes on it.
Yeah, he was making some notes on it, and I showed him where the school bus turned around, where I met the bus barn up there, what needed to be done there, so. And he had his foreman with us too, and he thought like that they'd had to do that once before, so. So maybe you'll get something. I'm not pushing y'all, but I've carried it as far as I can. I got the bottom of it for you, and I have carried him across it, so.
We appreciate it.
Hopefully he'll, and he did, like Jack said, he was taking notes, and hopefully he can get y'all a little bit of satisfaction up there on Davis Lane.
That's good.
Everything else looked pretty good. I think the rest of our roads, as far as just a little pothole in here and there, or whatever, probably be pretty good and last. I think that, hopefully he's gonna come back with a price, and I think we've got the money to probably resurface those two. And that's what we've been, you know, we always said for years, we was gonna let this money build, and when we thought we got a significant amount, enough to do a couple roads, we were gonna do them, and then we was gonna do it again, and
Cause we'll have to let it build.
yeah, and hopefully, that'll those roads that we fixed the first time, hold up till we get the second ones.
We're gonna do some work in the parking lot in the entrance.
Yeah, in the parking lot, I'm gonna fix it back like it was. Please try not to run no water down there. Cause I fixed that back the other day when they tested that yellow truck, they washed every bit of that gravel back down the road. I don't know who done it, but
I was here when that was done, sir. Trust me.
I wasn't real happy about it, I'll be honest with you. But we're gonna fix it and they're gonna tar and gravel it this time, when we get it fixed, so. Nick said he had some pipes to shoot over and they had a little tar left that, they needed to, use up, and so he's gonna shoot that for us when they shoot those pipes. He's
Well,
gonna-
I'm glad that you got in there talking to Nick, and obviously, you're on a good rapport, and now we're back on his radar, that's good.
Me and Nick generally work well together whenever we can get together. I mean,
That's good, sometimes it's just communication, just gotta communicate, I got it.
you just gotta find it, but you know,
For the right communication,
but,
because we were sending the messages and trying to get them, but, you know.
well,
it's-
sometimes it's better just to go look at it and get a plan together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
And he did right by having this foreman come and be with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
and now everybody knows. So that's where we're at on the proposal for Bright Road. We're waiting on them to get us a bid, and hopefully at next meeting we can approve that.
Hey, my guys on Bright Road said if we could get a load of gravel, that they would spread it. Is that a possibility? Is that something we could, for Bright Drive?
Bright
To
Drive,
kind of keep that chert in there, to keep it from washing away before.
I'll look at it, we'll do
Okay.
something. We'll get it.
And, if we can get a load, Tristan and Tyler, they have tractors on the road.
I'll try to get, I'll
They'll
look
take
at,
their tractors and fix, run out there.
Nick knows where that's at, man, you know, he's the one that done the work the first time we
Yeah.
done it, so I'll ride up there and look at it and call him and see if they can do something to it while they're doing this.
Well, they said that, and, if we could get a load of gravel, they'd be willing to do the work. And if we get free labor, and that's good, He's in there for himself.
Item 2 was, for Jeff Harmon and Jeff Burrell to go look at the truck.
Mhm.
That happened. We appreciate them going
Yeah.
and doing that, getting some eyes on it before y'all purchased it. That sure made me feel a lot better. I know it was a couple of days out of y'all's time. We appreciate y'all doing that and helping us get that took care of. As far as 2B was the motion to continue with connection of gas, electricity, new fire building. They ended up charging us $75 for just a deposit. That's all they're gonna charge. They're gonna run it they're gonna tie on the gas here in this building and run it straight up to that one. So
Can't let them freeze.
that was good. The Onions Utility Board worked with us on that.
I got a statement to make, why you on the bill.
Okay.
Capital improvements fund is strictly for this building. That's what, before we got that bill.
Right.
Check and make sure they're covered. She mentioned putting a fire sign on
Yeah.
it, and this one needs to be redone.
Yeah. The signs,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Okay.
You are?
Yeah, I had asked Jason, with the money to make sure that we can label it a fire station, with the money. And it didn't need to be labeled like an annex building or anything like that, but he said that he wrote it for an actual fire station, so
Yeah, fire and EMS building.
I think it would be good to put fire station on the sign.
I think it's important that people know the location and can see that sign up there, and it's an important thing that, there's a building on the hill, nobody knows what that building's for. And if somebody was looking for the fire station, I'd like to be able to find it.
I'm working on getting some quotes on some signs, one for the building here and one for up there.
It's good.
What, I just said, make sure that the buildings are still under the improvement funds. Montgomery sends us money to keep this building up.
Okay.
Roofs, floors, paint jobs, windows.
One other thing too is that we probably need to look at getting some insurance on that building.
Yeah,
Just having our policy amended to cover.
Just a minute for that.
Yeah.
This is Alfred State Farm,
We get Jim Murphy.
Jim Murphy.
Allstate, then Jim
Allstate.
Murphy, Allstate, yeah.
Ask him if that building is covered under our existing policy.
They have a place for extra buildings and stuff like that. I'll look on the policy and see how much it covers and all. I could go down. the
Did you
top
find
of
out
it.
about y'all's policy?
No, sir, I have not. I
Okay.
haven't heard back from Stacy Walker with DFI.
Okay. All right.
I hate for it to blow away all of a sudden.
Yeah, we got a lot of this there. So, waiting on the electrical people to come, and they're gonna put lights on either end on the outside, and then we'll have lights on the inside, and 3 plugs down each side, and then they're gonna put in a 220 plug for the air compressor in the middle of the building, so they can move the compressor up there, or a compressor. I don't know if y'all move this one.
We have two, they both had quit working, and Bill Murray has taken both of them and worked on them and got them both up and running, so we'll be able to have one down here and one up there. So.
So we're gonna wire a 220 plug in there, so we'll have it to air the trucks up. While we're on the building, I'll tell you what we spent up there so far since our last update. All the grading, the seed, and the hay, and the fertilizer, everything you see around the outside, the erosion control was $745.48.
That's cheap, if you ask me.
When you get free labor,
Really,
Include gravel.
do what? No, that's not including gravel. I'm just
they
getting
still
that.
sell gravel. It's not
Give me
gonna
these
see
one
it,
first.
hey,
The gravel was $6,300.
Okay.
So still probably well,
More than it used to be.
that's another thing that we need to do. I've got to go to Vulcan Material, and we got to redo all our stuff. They did not have us as a vendor since they, when they sold out from Whitaker to them. Evidently, they sent some paperwork that you were supposed to fill out and send back. I don't know if we didn't ever get the paperwork, or they never sent it to us, or what. So I'm gonna go set that up. That way, if we need any material in the future, that try to work on paying the same things the county pays for it. So it'd be a little, because gravel's got high. But I think that pretty much covers everything, unless council's got something to bring.
The light, you mentioned lights going up, or is Alabama Power putting up? How are we doing the lights?
The power's already run. To
The power's already running.
yes, to the
We're
pole.
purchasing all the lights, or?
Yep.
Okay,
Josh Marsh and them's gonna wire
okay.
it, and I think he said it'd be somewhere between $11,000 and $12,000.
Okay.
That'll be the.
I missed that.
But that'll be that's everything. That's the breaker box. Cause see, they'll have to, we've already got the wood mounted on the wall there for them to put the breaker box in, and they'll have to run it out the top. And then once they get that out, then the power company will come run theirs over and attach it to the to the building, and then they'll wire the whole building. So, wire the lights and, wire the plug for the generator, so. That's something that's pretty high.
Who said it's doing that?
Josh Marsh,
Josh Marks.
I don't know the name of his company.
I just got
I do, but it just forgot me.
That's good.
Y'all know of anybody that's a gas fitter that wants to get ready to hang that heater that we can call?
And I'm doing a little gas fit work on the side.
He says it's ready to just plug and play, you know, the line. He said it come out of his garage. He decided to go with something that didn't cook him while he was in there working on his old cars. He said, "That power came from the line."
Yeah, it'll put the heat out. We can find somebody. So we'll let them run the gas up there, and then we'll find somebody to punch it through, run up the wall. If y'all get the heater mounted right, I'll help y'all man. We'll bring a tractor over or something one day.
I had to figure out how to hang it. It didn't come with any of the hangers or anything. It was just the heater. So
Okay.
get one to figure out a hanger and
We'll look at it one
get some
day.
chain or something from the hardware store or something.
We'll look at it and figure it out. See what we need to do.
I'm proud of it. The building looks really good.
Yeah, it turned out real nice.
It did.
Yeah, sometime during the daylight, we'll take a spin around it.
And here it is December, we got that money spent. Congratulations.
Matter of fact, I gotta get on the computer and turn all that in, what we've done. So,
Yeah, that was our deadline.
yeah, December 31st was the deadline, so actually we come in way ahead.
A little bit of procrastination.
What they had, made it so hard to get in there.
I will say it was a lot. If that lady from Washington D.C. had to sit down and walk me through it, I don't know if I'd ever done that in my life. She
I don't know if they
was
just,
a lot of
they're
help.
trying to do something like that. Why is it so complicated? Do they, I don't know.
It wasn't that.
It was just hard to get in.
It wasn't that complicated. It was just where to find stuff in there. It wasn't, the website wasn't laid out very good. And I started filling out something and I'd done spent an hour on something that I didn't even have to fill out. That lady said, "No, just go there and delete that. Just delete that. You don't need that." But she said, when she said click here, but it was like 12 steps to get to
Where
where,
you needed to land.
Yeah.
yeah, and then really all I just typed in a few things and submitted it. They approved it. That was it. So,
It's getting there.
but
You had three before you tried.
do what?
Jeff tried.
Before you tried.
Julia tried. I tried.
Jeff
You
tried.
tried. So. And Jeff's pretty computer savvy. That's really good at that stuff. So you did the right thing. You called the Washington D.C. lady.
Actually, she called me
Oh, okay, good.
and threatened me. So, and I told her, I said, "I'll tell you what, ma'am. I said, if you'll help me with this, I'll turn it in today." She said, "Well, call me back at 1 o'clock."
So they was already late by that time.
Yeah, it was
It
late.
was already
So,
late.
and I told her, I said, if you'll tell me how to submit it, I'd be glad to submit it. So I called her back at 1 o'clock, and we got on the phone and got it done. So,
Well, we got to use that money, and that's fine.
is there anything else needs to be brought before the council before we adjourn?
Make a move to adjourn.
I'll say it.
All in favor, say aye. Two.
Jack and Nancy.
We shook things up, Jack. It used to
Yes.
be Sherry and Ann.
It's a new term, I guess.
That was a smooth meeting.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna stop that.
Before y'all leave, I'll be sure to go out.
Thank